Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. It's Monday morning, March 21st. Welcome to Florida Lacrosse News' Morning Coffee with Lee Roggenberg. First of all, great to see the calendar turn to spring from winter. Always a nice time of the year for us as we get further and further into this high school season. A reminder, when you're thinking about looking at or trying to figure out whether your team is in or out, we only have 2 weeks left for the information to be used for district seating. And the last week of the regular season doesn't count towards that, although it will obviously count towards seeing an at-larges in the brackets. We're hopefully going to have the show up today on Varsity Sports Network. If so, you go to varsitysportsnetwork.org, not .com or net. You'll see on the homepage 16 different channels. Doesn't matter which one you pick for our segments, they're across the board. So hopefully we'll be going live with the recaps starting tonight. On Friday night, we had some pretty key games. St. Thomas traveling up to Orlando, coming away with the 11-10 win over Lake Highland. Quite a difference from last year's blowout down in Fort Lauderdale. Oxbridge 18-9 over Canterbury. Stoneman 15-8 over West Broward. St. John Paul 8-6 over Gulf Coast. Had a chance to see the second half of that game, and just wanted to see how Gulf Coast looked in person as opposed to just looking at the online and math. And they passed the eye test. They're a very solid team. Certainly can give people a run over on the Treasure Coast in that region. And had a chance also to get to know Coach Trapani a little bit better, another Long Island guy like me. We had a very nice conversation after the game, and look forward to seeing how Gulf Coast does this year and into further years. And the upset of the week, actually, excuse me, Vero Beach coming in at 2-5, knocking off Wellington 9-5. That is not a good loss for Wellington at this point of the year. And for Vero, good for them for showing that this record maybe had been a little bit misleading this year. Bowls with the 8-6 win up in Lake Norman, North Carolina. Episcopal School 6-5 over Bartram Trail. Bartram is a really interesting story this year. The record is terrible. The schedule has been tough. They've played a whole bunch of very close games. And when you look at lax numbers, they're actually ranked pretty high in 2A. Okay, on Saturday, Myers Park. I'm sorry, easy winners on Friday night. University School, Riverview, Sarasota, Columbus, Pinecrest, and Lakeland. On Saturday, Myers Park in North Carolina turned the favor and knocked off Bowls 8-6. Berlin Jesuit with an important 9-5 win over Westminster Christian. And Lincoln and Cardinal Gibbons were easy winners. On the girls' side, on Friday, Lake Island girls handling St. Thomas 11-5 at home. Phillips Exeter, the preppy school up in Connecticut, knocking off Ponte Vedra 10-8. Ransom Everglades 10-7 over Gulliver Prep. Out of Door Academy, big 9-6 win over Berkeley Prep. And University 9-5 over North Broward Prep. Easy winners, Kings, Lakeland, and Pinecrest. You'll notice from the polls yesterday, we have two new number ones, both in the 2A. Lake Mary, after their loss last week, moving down, and we move Winter Park up into the number one slot. Winter Park's schedule this week includes Bowls and Montverde. If they sweep this week, they're certainly cementing their number one spot. That's a very good test this week. And in 1A, in 2A on the girls' side, after the loss by Bartram, the 1-for-3 trip down here, we moved them down a little bit. We moved Vero Beach up into the number one spot. Steinbrenner close number 2. You can see all the polls, obviously, on the website. Big weekend on the college side. On Friday, Embry-Riddle women beat at St. Anselm 14-10. Elizabeth Ninesling, 4 goals, 1 assist. For Florida Southern women, 18-8 over Alabama Huntsville. Spanish River alum Lizzie Lynch with 3 goals and 4 assists. Naples alum Marley Moon Gaddy, 2 goals and 1 assist in the win. Weber men's 11-6 winners over Michigan Dearborn. Steinbrenner's Chase Jackson, 2 goals, 3 assists. On Saturday, the Jacksonville men, very quick start and go out to win 22-8 over UMass Lowell. Jacob Greiner, 4 goals, 2 assists. The Lynn women beat Eastern Connecticut 20-2. Sydney Hill and Kristen Johnson with 4 goals each. I had a chance, obviously last week I mentioned to see the Lynn women in action. It's going to be very interesting to see how they handle the conference. So far, I believe the one conference game was Palm Beach Atlantic. The schedule that they've played has been a little bit weaker than most of the other conference teams. But I was very impressed in person with how they play. It kind of reminded me of the old Nolan Richardson, Arkansas, 40 minutes of hell type approach, where they're just riding and pressuring and pushing every step of the field, making you really work. And we'll see if that holds up against teams within the conference. But it's a very interesting style to watch, and it's certainly gotten great results so far this year. Flagler women beat Southern Connecticut 14-11. St. John Paul grad Caitlin Trainer with 2 goals and an assist. Florida Southern men beat Lynn 19-11. Stoneman's Kevin Horwitz 25-35 at the dot. Rollins men beat Rockhurst 22-8. Bailey Pringle, 3 goals, 2 assists, leading them. The Rollins women beat Montevallo 18-6. Elena Joyner, 4 goals and an assist. Embry-Riddle men lose to Lander 8-6. Matt Ryan, Coleman Jenkins, and Marcus Needham, 2 goals each for Embry-Riddle. The Tampa women lose to Lindenwood 18-8. Madison Birch with 4 goals in the loss. Tampa men beat Colorado Mesa 15-12. Colin White and Luke McEnany with 5 goals and 1 assist each in the win. Stetson women lose to Gardner Webb 14-12. Flagler Palm Coast grad Katie Kornacki with 4 goals for Stetson in the loss. The Weber women lost 20-9 to Cumberland. Robinson grad Caitlin Patterson, 3 goals in the loss. Kaiser men lose 10-4 to Cumberland's. Lake Nona grad Justin Ukros with 2 goals in that loss. On Sunday, Florida Southern women came back and beat Colorado Mesa 20-8. Naples Marley Moon Gaddy, 3 goals. Spanish River's Lizzie Lynch, 2 goals and an assist. And Buholz's Ellie Griffin with 2 goals in the win. Drexel women hosted Gainesville, University of Florida. Florida pulling out the 10-9 win. They were up 8-1 at halftime. Drexel scored 8 goals straight in the second half to take the 9-8 lead before Florida scored the last 2 goals to pull the game out 10-9. Maggie Hall with 6 goals in the win for Florida. The St. Leo men lose 18-17 in overtime to Frostburg. Providence's Guy Bistro, 5 goals, 2 assists. And American Heritage Plantation's Ryan Marek, 2 goals, 2 assists in the loss. Weber men win 14-8 over Madonna. Again, Steinbrenner's Chase Jackson, 3 goals. Kaiser men beat the St. Andrews University 15-4. Oxbridge grad Vinny Sarasuolo, 3 goals and 3 assists in the win for Kaiser. Today's college games, Weber men play Cleary and Florida Tech women play Montevallo. Now, upcoming games tonight on the boys' side. Big one on the Treasure Coast. Cocoa Beach at 5-1 is hosting Holy Trinity at 7-1. Both of these schools right now have qualified as of the 315 rankings. One of them could take a knock out of there with a loss. Bishop Moore at 5-5 is hosting Lake Mineola at 4-3. West Orange 4-4 is hosting Seminole 5-3. West Orange battling to get that last slot. West Shore at 4-1 is hosting Melbourne at 5-3. On the girls' side, Haggerty versus St. Stephen's and St. Agnes of Virginia. That's a national power. Apopka 6-3 is hosting Dr. Phillips at 5-2. Vieira at 5-1 is hosting Vero Beach at 7-1. And Celebration at 5-2 is hosting West Orange at 6-1. It looks like tomorrow the schedule is definitely picking up stronger. Although when you look at some of the polls and the articles, you'll notice that some of these teams have already gone through the majority of their season. Even someone like Oakall on the schedule only has 2 games left, and they're not until April against Bowles and against, I believe, Ponte Vedra. And so, a team like that's going to kind of be frozen in a poll for now. And we're getting down to the crunch. I mean, it's, as I said, hopefully we're going to be broadcasting the Who's In, Who's Out 2 shows tonight. And I can tell you that there are some surprises. Make sure you watch that. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Like the video if you do like what we're doing. Try to encourage others to check us out in the morning. And if you do get out to a game tonight, take a friend to a game, #TAFTAG. Lay off the refs, #grow the game. Let's do everything we can. We have just 3 weeks left in the regular season. It's really time. It's getting down to the crunch. And I can tell you that coaches are also crunching numbers to see what they need to do to make those brackets if they don't win a district. So it's a little bit short today on time, but again, not an awful lot of high school to recap over the weekend. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News, saying so long from the Sunshine State.